Hello there, and welcome back to another installment of SCP Readings with your reader here, Gmodon. Today we're looking at a highly requested SCP, which I believe is in the game SCP Containment Breach. So this one, a lot of you might know. It says SCP-096. There's a link down in the description for you to follow along as I read out loud. Here's SCP-096. SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair. SCP-096's jaw can open 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no sign of any higher brain functions, and is not considered to be sapient. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 km per hour to blank kilometers per hour, and it seems to depend on distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect SCP-096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-096-1's location. Note, this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. Upon arriving at SCP-096-1's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and data expunge SCP-096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-096-1. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat, data redacted. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority. Dr. Blank has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096. Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. Blank on data redacted. Summing up this SCP, it's a very, very, very skinny humanoid creature that is 2.38 meters tall, or in not metric, 7 feet 8 inches tall, which that's really, really tall. With 1.5 meters or 4.9 feet 9 inches long arms. Yeah, that's a pretty big guy with some long arms. There's no body hair or pigmentation on its skin, which basically means he's just pretty much pale white. Like, he's not even normal white colored skin white. He's like actual white. He's like albino even. And its jaw can open 4 times the normal width of an actual average human. And that's pretty scary. It's not considered to be sapient. It doesn't have higher brain function, so you can't like reason with it. But it's normally extremely calm and docile, and it paces by its eastern wall of its cell. On the special containment procedures, it says there's not to be any video surveillance or anything, because when you're looking at this thing, it will become extremely distressed, and it gets into this mode where it will cover its face with its hands, begin screaming, crying, and just babbling incoherently. And after 1 to 2 minutes after you see it, whether it's a video, live, picture, anything that's directly from it, it will begin running at that person who viewed its face. So even if, say, where you're sitting right now. This video you're watching, you see this picture that's on here. You're looking at that, it knows that you've seen it, and it's going to be running after you. And its speeds vary, but it says it starts at 35 kilometers per hour, which is roughly 21 miles per hour, and I can guess it goes even faster than that. And once it arrives at your location, it'll kill you, and it says data expunged, but I'm going to guess with its jaw being able to open 4 times the amount of a normal human, it's going to eat you, because it says there's nothing left of the person that's been targeted. So, you guys better watch out. This guy might get you. So that has been Scp-096. Thank you for joining me on this reading. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.